I'm posting this, I'm recording this video around 5 o'clock on 30th November. The polling in Telangana is about to complete, so I don't have the final data, voting percentage, but it seems very, very strange to me, being a very hotly contested election till 3 o'clock. The voting percentage was only around less than 52% according to Election Commission compared to 70 to 73% in 2018. And even if bumper voting happens in the last 2 hours, which is very unlikely, still we won't be able to reach that number. Pretty strange. Though, as expected, voting is more in rural areas compared to the cities. Um, uh, because this seems to be, high voltage campaigning by all the three major players concerned: PRS, Congress, and BJP, with Mr. Modi doing a road show in Hyderabad one day before the end of the campaigning. Rahul and Priyanka, Kharge, Siddharamaya, Sachin Pilot, Ashok Gehlot, along with Revant Reddy, all campaigning extensively the last 15 days or so. With BRS, of course, has his own set of leaders, crisscrossing the state. Mr. KCR, the CM, has addressed more than 100 political meetings in the run up to the elections, covered almost all the constituencies. So, in spite of all that, such a low voting percentage, lukewarm, tepid response from the voters is very, very surprising, and it's very difficult to draw any conclusions from such unexpected low voting which is happening right now. Normally, it is said that when low voting happens, it favors the ruling party, because it shows that people are not very angry, and they are reasonably happy with the performance of the government, and therefore it's beneficial, and it's likely to bring them back to power. It's very surprising, but of course, it's conventional wisdom. In Indian elections, they always bring up new things, surprises, unexpected things, etc. But this is a very important factor. We should always keep it in mind. I don't know the so far. I've not the exit polls will start in shortly, but I have not seen them also. So I'm posting it much before all these things. So let me give a brief background about Telangana. So Telangana, the newest state in India, was formed after the demerger. They don't want to call it bifurcation, demerger of Andhra Pradesh. Though announced by the Congress government in 2014, many people say that if YSR has not not died tragically in the helicopter accident, Telangana would have never happened. But whatever it is, Mr. KCR, who was with the Congress previously before he started TRS around 20 years back, he was made Youth Congress president at the time of Sanjay Gandhi. Though now he criticizes Indira Gandhi a lot in the election meetings. He was died in rule congressman till he started TRS in 2002 or so. Anyway, let us not go into the old history. Mr. KCR, K. Chandrasekhar Rao, as he is known as KCR in this part of the world, is a very, very shrewd politician that everybody, even his opponents, will agree. He knows how to manage things, within quote, manage things. He has done that excellently well in the last 10 years when he was serving as the first CM of Telangana. Telangana sentiment has always been there, because Telangana people felt that their culture, their history is very different from that of coastal Andhra Pradesh and Rayalaseema, the other two constituent parts of the united Andhra Pradesh. And the developmental issues, only the areas, even today, only the areas in and around Hyderabad have been developed. When you go further north, up and up, Karimnagar, Nizamabad, Asifabad, Adilabad, hardly any development has taken place even after Telangana has been formed. But this present movement which got them the separate state, was initiated by the Osmania University students, particularly the Dalit, particularly the subcategorization called Madigas, who believed that most of the scheduled caste reservation benefits goes to Malas, the other subcaste of the Malas are more numerous in Andhra Pradesh, whereas Madigas are more numerous in Telangana. So they believed that a new state will help them to get more employment opportunities, which are pretty rare in an underdeveloped state like Telangana, except for, as I said, in and around Hyderabad, the Cyberabad belt. So this was the employment opportunities, and a lot of sacrifices. A lot of youngsters committed suicide, and all those things happened in the run up during the 2000s, which created a lot of tensions. Emotions were running high. A lot of Andhra people who are living in Hyderabad were threatened also. But anyway, all now is done and dusted. The question mark is now on the streets of Hyderabad among the youngsters is the anger against the KCR government. Have it? They promise Bangaru Telangana. That means golden Telangana. Though nobody denies that there's a lot of improvement in the living conditions, good roads, electricity 24/7, almost 24/7 electricity, better law and order. Nobody denies all this, and Mr. KCR has come up with a lot of new schemes, welfare schemes, social welfare schemes also, like Retu Bandhu for the farmers, 5,000 rupees per acre per annum, Dalit Bandhu, a lot of schemes for the women. Still there is a undercurrent of anger of the people against the government, because it is those Mr. KCR and TRS, now BRS, has done them something. The expectations were very, very high when the new state was formed in 2014. This is one of the biggest problem, expectations. Has KCR, he rode on the sentiment in 2014, and 2019 he preponed the elections by 6 months before, not to coincide with the Lok Sabha elections, and he won it big because Congress came up with an alliance with TDP. Congress, which was a major opposition party, which claims that its central government in 2014 created Andhra Pradesh, though Mr. Chidambaram throughout 2009 to 2014 as Home Minister was trying to scuttle it. Now the same Chidambaram has apologized also 15 days or so back in Hyderabad. Let's not anyway get into all this. Mr. This is the expectations were very high, and in 2018 KCR was able to win because Congress had an alliance with TDP, Chandrababu Naidu's Telugu party, which he portrayed as an Andhra party. We got our state, new state in 2014, but will we remain a slave to Andhra politics after 5 years, because Congress has tied up the so-called Mahakutami, the grand alliance with Congress, with TDP and the two left parties. So he was able to again rouse the sentiments of the Telangana people, and that carried him to a big, huge victory. 88 out of the 119 seats. Congress was reduced to 19, TDP 2 seats, and there's a huge margin of victory also in almost all the seats he won. Now, to understand, yesterday in my post I said that there is we should in Rajasthan we should understand the regional differences, etc. Here there are no major regional differences, but broadly I would say this is the map of Telangana. This is an old district. Now he has created a lot of new districts, so I don't want to get into that. So these are the old districts when Telangana was created in 2014. So Congress traditionally has done very well in the eastern part bordering Andhra Pradesh, that is Khammam, where they won majority of the seats even in 2019, and we have Nalgonda, where it is a even-Stevens contest, and Warangal, particularly the southern parts bordering Khammam, where Congress has done exceedingly well. There are a lot of tribal seats also in Khammam, Warangal belt near Bhadrachalam, Vaira, and all those areas. A lot of tribal seats are also, ST seats are also there, mainly populated by Lambadi people. So this is one aspect of that. This part has been somewhat favoring Congress, Whereas the northern part, as you go up, Adilabad, Nizamabad, Karimnagar has been a big fortress of TRS. Congress won only one seat in Adilabad. If I am not wrong, Asifabad, ST constituency, Nizamabad only one seat, Karimnagar only one seat. All the whole areas have been swept by TRS. Congress has traditionally never done well in these northern districts, even when they are part of United Andhra Pradesh. One reason has been Congress, the vote bank of Congress has been traditionally Reddis, Dalits, and minorities. Dalits, when I say Dalits, it include SCs and STs. The role of Reddis in this northern districts is comparatively very low. They are bordering Chhattisgarh and Maharashtra. So there is no Congress even has never done well in these areas in the last 40 years since 1983 after the advent of TDP. TDP has been a major force and the vote bank from TDP has shifted completely entirely to TRS now. Whereas the other districts, if you see southern districts, I would say Mehboob Nagar, Rangareddy, and Medak. These districts border Karnataka. So these districts, Mahbub Nagar, in fact, also borders Kurnool from of Andhra Pradesh. So here also TRS has done well in the 2014. Congress has done reasonably well, but TRS has exceeded that in 2019. Here this time. Whereas, of course, the Hyderabad central part, the greater Hyderabad, which has got more than 22 seats, is entirely a different category because a lot of seats, the 7 seats in the old city, are dominated by MIM. And there are a lot of Andhra settlers, they are called settlers now, in Secunderabad and the greater Hyderabad region, which borders Rangareddy and Medak districts also. And a lot of software people, mostly Kammas, who are settled from coastal Andhra, they form a bulk of voters in some of the constituencies like LB Nagar, Kukatpalli, etc. in the greater Hyderabad region. So I would broadly say there are 4 characteristic region: the eastern region of Khammam, Nalgonda, and Warangal, and the northern region of Adilabad, Nizamabad, and Karimnagar, and the southern region or western region of Mehboob Nagar, Rangareddy, and Medak districts, and the greater Hyderabad separately. So 4 distinct geographical regions, I would say. So what is happening right now is Congress is a much regenerated party in Telangana. So this was unthinkable maybe 2-3 years back. The starting point was obviously the Bharat Chodo Yatra by Rahul Gandhi, which there is an undercurrent of resentment towards KCR, because the fatigue factor is always there. So there is always big margin, long term, more than almost 10 years he has been the ruling factor. So that fatigue factor with the BRS has been there. But